Check this news article out. They were real, quote unquote. MAGA representative says giants roamed the earth and hints at plans to expose the bones. And apparently he talked about UFOs and stuff in this video. This is a host on The Blaze, a pocket square man, as you can see. I want to see what he has to say here about UFOs and giants.
This next politician is a true American hero, a guy that actually fights for the American people, and one that is going to expose whether or not the government is hiding aliens. Let's welcome on the representative from the great state of Missouri, the one, the only, Representative Eric Burleson. Rep, how you doing, Eric?
Wait, does he have a studio audience, or is that like a canned applause?
I think that's fake.
Canned applause?
Yes.
Great, Alex. It's great to be on.
It really is a pleasure. And so I have to ask you, you're here with three lunatic comedians, and one of them, Michael Hughes, my good buddy, he's obsessed with you, Eric, because of your work that you've done with these aliens. I was actually going to kind of wait to get into that, but can you tell us what the is going on with aliens? Are they real or fake? Because I get the impression that if they tell us they're real, then they're fake. If they tell us they're fake, then they're real. Does that make sense? Whatever they tell us, I believe the opposite. So,
wow, that's real deep thinking you got going on there.
What's going on, Red?
Yeah. I mean, that's my attitude going into this, is that, like, I don't trust this town. I mean, I don't trust anybody in this community. Look, I'm from the show me state. Like, I don't believe you until you got to show me. So that's why I basically, I believe I'm very skeptical on this topic, but
yeah, I can tell. Super skeptical.
I think that when you've got all these pilots that are encountering vehicles, we have near miss events happening in above our military airspace, something's wrong. And so,
like, the thing is, I don't actually believe that aliens are here or messing with people or any of that stuff. It hasn't met the burden of proof for me yet. I would love for that to be the case because I think it's really interesting or whatever. But, you know, this dude is pretty clearly a conspiracy theorist.
I'm on oversight.
And not just with this. I mean, he's a conspiracy theorist with all types of other things.
And so I'm on oversight. We're charged with investigating. We've had several hearings about this topic. And what's really frustrating, Alex, is how many times we keep getting blocked.
Pentagon secretly planted Area 51 UFO conspiracy theory to hide classified weapons program. Yeah, okay. I actually, you shouldn't trust a word out of these people's mouths or on this show, but I'll tentatively accept that. I think that is accurate. I don't think I don't know if the CIA intentionally misled people like that, but I do know that they, came in, like with Roswell, swept in and grabbed this thing and brought it to Area 51 quietly. And like, there was a ton of speculation. Do you know about this?
The Area 51 UFO thing?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Roswell, New Mexico? Okay.
Yeah.
Turns out
I was there.
Were you? Okay. It turns out it was almost certainly just like a balloon like a weather balloon used to determine whether the Soviet Union was testing nukes and how powerful they were. And that's a plenty good reason to try to cover things up.
I was online during the Area 51 aliens or whatever thing.
Storm Area 51 thing.
Yeah, I was there for that.
Yeah.
I was on for that.
Get some Naruto runners coming in from the side. Yeah.
Yeah, I was there for that. They were fun. Fun memes.
By the deep state, blocked by someone or some group from being able to get fully briefed on this topic.
Well, I mean, but what are they going to give us? What are we even allowed to get if aliens are real? You know what I mean? Like, aren't they going to do whatever they can to hide it? So, I mean, how much transparency?
Who is they? And would it really be possible to hide the fact that aliens are around from all world governments simultaneously? This is part of the reason why the flat Earth conspiracy theory falls flat. You would have to have the world leaders of every country in the world lying. You think China doesn't have spies in the US? Of course they do. Everybody has spies everywhere. They would know. And if they really wanted to wreak havoc or cause problems, then they would have spread that, that information around. It's just not true. There just are not aliens around right now, in my opinion.
Can we really expect when it comes to Area 51, the most secretive? I mean, I'm sure there's more secretive military bases, but arguably Area 51 is the most famous secret military base, right?
Yeah, there you go. By the way, Stampede 122, the SR-71 and the F-117 were tested at Area 51. Really, that's interesting. God, you always come with the most fun facts.
Someone said AFC alien confirmed. I don't know how they figured it out.
Right. Space, the final frontier. Yeah, it's a Star Trek thing. Love it. Big Star Trek fan.
Yeah, I think that at the end of the day, the topic is not something for the United States government to keep a secret. Look, like if you happen to be able to film an alien or an aircraft on your iPhone tonight, that is not for the government. The government, that what I'm told is that they're not going to come in, confiscate your phone, make that a secret. They're not trying to keep the knowledge of extraterrestrial or non-human intelligence secret. The one thing that they will say is that they're keeping very close to their chest anything that they have, any kind of vehicles, anything that the United States government is working on.
The technologies, they're keeping technologies. Is that what he's saying? I mean, this is all completely made up, but it's a congressman.
Or technology that they might have that has been able to document any UFOs. And so that's what we're having a hard time getting access to.
Well, I would.
What is it possible? Maybe you're having a hard time getting access to this because this information doesn't exist.
Really like some transparency, but I believe in God. I believe
Oh no, really? Knock me over with a feather.
that God created this earth. So I think that if there are some sort of aliens, they're interdimensional. You know what I mean? Or there are.
I thought God was above all space and time. Wouldn't God exist in their dimension as well? The standard Christian position right now, as articulated by Jack Hibbs, is that if there are aliens, then really they're secretly demons and they're just trying to trick people. Speaking of which, if we went to another planet and we discovered an alien species, would they have a copy of the Bible? Would it be the same copy of the Bible as ours? Would it be a different one? Do they have another guy named Moses that's separate and distinct from ours? I mean, that kind of pokes holes in everything, right?
Did God give separate teachings to separate planets?
If he did, then, that kind of invalidates Christianity completely, right?
Well, not necessarily, because these teachings might be relevant to Earth, and those teachings are relevant to whatever planet they're from.
I suppose so.
Loopholes.
Bottom line is these people are completely full of it.
Here. So I don't know. I'm just kind of wondering, like, are they on spacecrafts? But listen, I love these conspiracy talk.
Oops, I didn't mean to pause that.
Someone pointed out the watermelon earlier, and I can't stop looking at it now. What is with this
What you talking
watermelon?
about watermelon? Oh, he planted flowers in it. That's weird. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, why is it just on his desk like that?
Maybe he's trying to grow flowers inside of this watermelon so that they come out watermelon flavored, and he's going to eat the flowers when he's done
Good point.
instead of just eating the watermelon.
Are they on spacecrafts? But listen, I love these conspiracy topics. Let's just play SOT number 3 though of Representative Burleson talking about aliens real quick.
All right, pulling it up.
Okay, well,
What if, because I think, again, Alex Jones is talking about interdimensional beings that are sending guidance to elites, telling them what to do. What if aliens, as people believe them to be, are actually interdimensional, and that explains how they're able to travel vast different.
Okay, it's so stupid, dude.
It explains what we can't.
Like, you're building so many assumptions. What do you mean by interdimensional? What do you mean by that exactly? Like, you're building nonsense on top of trash.
Explains how they're able to travel vast different. It explains what we can't see.
Yeah.
We don't see other civilizations. It explains.
No, we can't see other civilizations because it's too far away. The reason we know that there are planets circling suns and how big they are is because when we look in a telescope, you know that the horn blaring sound that happens when a train passes by, like that, it's called the Doppler effect.
I love that.
And it stretches the wavelengths of sound out so that they get deeper and lower pitched the further it's moving and the further the sound has to travel to your ear. There's a similar effect with light. It's the Doppler effect for light. And we can look at galaxies or stars or whatever that are moving away from us very quickly, and they look blue, as opposed to galaxies and stars that are moving toward us, which look red. It's called the redshift effect, I believe. Well, it's a Doppler effect, but it's red shifting. And we can look at suns with very, very sensitive telescopes, stars with very sensitive telescopes, and we can see them wobbling and changing color, red, blue, red, blue, red, blue, as planets circle around them. That's how we discover exoplanets, by the red and blue shift colors of their stars. We can't see alien civilizations on those planets, obviously. That's ridiculous. They're too far away.
You know, we don't see other civilizations. It explains how we're like, how do you travel a billion light years? You don't. It's through space-time or whatever, through dimensions. And what if these are not necessarily smarter, but more advanced entities that are controlling the flow of our existence for their own ends?
Like, so many things just completely made up off the top of his head with this. That's wild. Other way around, blue's coming, red is going. I thought that was what I said, but maybe not. You're 100% right. I believe it's blue is coming toward us, red is going further away. Yeah. Maybe I did mix that up. Thanks for the clarification.
Yeah, an interdimensional thing was like a meme with Alex Jones, but then your colleague, Rep Luna, I think.
Oh my God, dude. No, that's not the same guy, is it? Is this the same dude as is in the bottom left corner?
Rep Luna, I think a year or two ago, literally came out and said, I don't know if she believed in it or she had proof that there were interdimensional beings.
She definitely stated it.
Yeah, I'm like, whoa.
So I was in the very first hearing, the witness, the big whistleblower, David Grush, in his report that he gave to us, and I read it beforehand, and that struck me the most out of his report was that he said, you know, one of the theories is that
theories, quote unquote. Suddenly he gives credence to theories, even though he's using it incorrectly. He's promoting this, what he describes as a theory, as legitimate, and completely disregarding evolutionary theory.
Someone said the watermelon, the flowers that are in it is cotton. So it's racist, basically. That's his goal, to be racist.
Okay. That makes sense, actually.
It's on brand.
That is that's disgusting. That is like just evil. Why are people like this? Why do they do this? I don't understand what drives somebody to be such a colossal scumbag. That is absolutely disgusting.
what we're experiencing is, you know, aliens are interdimensional. And whenever in the hearing, I had 5 minutes, I asked him that question. Can he drill into that? And it was interesting.
Okay, Rep, this sounds so stupid, you know, but really they say that the military has remote viewing and that they can look into other dimensions. I mean, can
Who is they? Who is saying this?
let's not even talk about space travel. Is there interdimensional travel, in your opinion? Is that a real thing, or is that an Alex Jones meme?
So
This guy has no clue what he's talking about, like not even a little bit. He's not a physicist. He's literally just some D-bag congressman.
I mean, not to nerd out a little bit, but I think that quantum entanglement in and of itself proves that there is something deeper than the existence that we live on.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
So, but
how does that prove anything at all?
But, you know, if you talk about do beings exist in that higher dimension, that's another question.
Yeah.
So I remain skeptical, but like you, I'm a believer. I'm a Christian.
Not to be confused with a believer, which is a non-Christian Justin Bieber fan.
Believe that angels exist. What commonly comes up is how there is a way that it fits within the biblical narrative, and how many times in the Bible that you know, while they call them angels, but at the end of the day, when you look at it, they're not from Earth. Like these are.
And they're described they don't look like a human, you know, the way they're described. They do look kind of odd if you actually.
Is God an alien?
I don't know if that's their interpretation. I don't think so.
Boy, do I have a religion for them.
Right, yes. Nerical says when I asked like who they is, it's the mouse in his pocket, obviously. Yeah. He likes that phrase. I like that phrase too. Who are you talking about? You say we. You got a mouse in your pocket?
you look at the biblical description of these angels.
Let's not forget about the reptilians. We got the reptilians, like I don't know,
with the Anunnaki. Okay, wait,
Hillary Clinton herself. There might be a reptilian been controlling this government for a long time, dude.
Oh my God, these people.
I hate that theory.
Oh, I think it's so entertaining. It was pioneered by David Icke. I don't believe that it was actually created by him, but he made it really big in the late 90s, early 2000s. Reptilians.
It's just annoying. Like Hillary Clinton being a reptilian specifically. It's just annoying because there are better conspiracy theories that make logical sense that you can convince people of. Saying someone's a reptilian monster secretly trying to control the government just annoys me, because be more clever. You sound like a 4-year-old.
Yeah, it is absolutely absurd.
No, you're making a joke, but why? I bet Rep will believe this. Rep, they call me crazy, but I think there's giants. I believe in the Nephilim. I do believe that was real, Rep, and they're gonna clip this and call you crazy.
Well, yeah. I mean, obviously.
That's expected when you say crazy things.
Yeah, we were talking about this actually, the two of us, and if you guys are unaware, Nephilim are supposed to have been like the children of the fallen angels, the demons that like fell to earth before Noah's flood and started like having children with the humans, and they had special powers and they were gigantic. So he's saying that the Nephilim were real and it was aliens, I guess. That's what I'm picking up. That's what he's putting down, right?
God gave everyone free will so that he could get upset about it later when they didn't do exactly what he wants. But also, he can't tell us exactly what he wants.
Absolutely absurd.
Giants ever real, in your opinion, Rep? I hope this doesn't get you canceled.
Get him canceled, really.
It's too late for that.
Let me tell you something about cancellation and how cancellation works. You can't be canceled unless it's your side doing the canceling. Donald Trump could come out here and say and do literally anything and not be quote-unquote canceled. Except for one thing. He could come out as trans, and it would be over for Donald Trump instantly.
Or gay.
Because he does not, because his audience does not expect that from him. You can only be canceled by your audience.
But you know what is interesting about that? He's married to an immigrant who Trump is, who overstayed their visa. He was
from the Eastern Bloc of Europe. Yeah, basically from Russia area.
He was best friends with another immigrant who also overstayed their visa,
Is
Elon
that
Musk.
Epstein?
Musk.
Oh, Musk, yeah.
And he basically surrounds himself with people that the right claim to hate. And that's perfectly fine, as long as it's not an atheist or a trans person or a gay person.
Right.
It's 100% okay that he's surrounded by felons and immigrants who overstayed their whatever.
Their visas, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, like, regarding the people Trump hangs out with, I don't understand how these blue-collar workers, like, fell for this so thoroughly. He hates them. Trump hates blue-collar workers. He has spent his life trying to stay away from those people. You poor dumb fool. You think he likes you? Anyway.
No, I'm going to say I do believe that they were real.
Thank you. Yes, this is a real guy. This is a real man. Because there's no way, it's especially all the pyramids and all this stuff. There's definitely some bigger human beings.
Oh boy, the pyramids.
That's also a funny theory for me.
Yeah.
I think we are kind of the offspring of that. Wow, Rep, you're so based in reality.
Actually, I'm going to a conference. I'm going to a conference tomorrow, this weekend, that's called NEFCON. It's being hosted by a guy named Tim Alberino, who is, you got to look up Tim Alberino. He's done a lot of work on a lot of this topic. I was introduced to him after my first hearing when we had David Grush come in and the UAP hearing. I have friends from back home that tell me, you got to listen to his podcast because he has a very different perspective. I listened to it and it was a rabbit hole that I ended up listening to the entire.
Wait, time out. How deep down the rabbit hole did you go? Did you get to the part where the Smithsonian's hiding the bones? Did you get to that
Oh my God.
part of the rabbit hole yet?
Yes.
Yeah. And isn't it weird though?
And guess what?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm on oversight, so we have oversight over the Smithsonian.
Oh my God.
Well, let's go in there and look. I'll help you guys. I'll bring the flashlights. I'll probably accidentally break something. Let somebody don't let me touch it because I'll mess something up. But at the end of Indiana Jones, and I believe this, could call me crazy.
Oh, I will.
So there's more truth in the movies than there is, there's truth in the movies, lies in the news. I almost believe movies are more.
In Indiana Jones?
Yeah, well, I don't understand. Do you think that's a historical documentary,
Well,
Indiana
of course.
Jones?
Are you telling me that Indiana Jones wasn't a real person who got chased by a giant boulder?
Absolutely absurd. Have you seen the Indiana Jones movies?
Not all of them.
Oh.
I've seen like certain things or certain whatever.
Yeah, some of them are really good. When I was little, I saw The Quest for the Holy Grail or whatever, and that was such a good movie. Oh my God.
Phineas and Ferb did a Indiana Jones knockoff episode, so I watched all of that.
Okay,
Close
that
enough.
counts. You basically saw the movies.
I almost believe movies are more real than the news. I know that even that sounds kind of crazy, but they tell us a lot of stuff in movies. Kind of predictive programming is what they call it. And
No, that's
Predictive
not what
programming.
anybody calls it. Predictive programming is an actual term for some other completely unrelated thing, but okay.
Indiana
Look at
Jones.
CNN.
Well, I'm just saying, in Indiana Jones, they're fighting for the most important thing. What is it again? What is they're fighting for?
Ark of the Covenant.
Ark of the Covenant, duh.
Well, that's one of them, yeah. Raiders of the Lost Ark.
And then at the end of the movie, they get the Ark of the Covenant, and what do? They put it in a little crappy wooden box and under a pile of a bunch of junk. They don't even know what it is. So it's like there's stuff in the Smithsonian that paints and tells a picture, tells a story that they don't want us to know. So, Rep, are you seriously going to investigate the Smithsonian? I'm pumped up. This is like.
God had humans create the Indiana Jones movies so that he could leave clues for us because he doesn't want us to know outright because the knowledge would burst our brains open.
You joke, but I think these people are like right there on that one.
Really?
I think they're close.
I mean,
yeah.
they're being serious here, but
They will believe anything, literally anything at this point.
I'm going to tell them God speaks to me. I wonder how much money I can get.
In all seriousness, I could probably be rich tomorrow if I came out as a MAGA supporter or like a Christian. All I'd have to do is come out here and make a big statement, contact the Family Research Council or the Liberty Council or whatever, the Heritage Foundation, and become a spokesman for them. And I'd be rich tomorrow, like millionaire tomorrow. They'd put me all over everything.
You need to get like a thunder, lightning sound effect on your soundboard so that every time we're listening to some crazy person, we can say, and if I'm wrong, God, strike me dead, and then play it.
That would be good. I should do that.
Good news. This is music to my ears, sir.
Anyway, these people are absurd. Let me know what you think in the comments.